Hey there, Salem Addicts. Welcome back to the DiMera channel. It's a gorgeous Tuesday, and I am absolutely buzzing to dive into today's Days of Our Lives breakdown. Are you guys ready for a plot twist that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, saw coming? We need to talk about Kristen DiMera and Xander Cook. For weeks, we've been watching these two legacy villains circling each other in what we all assumed was just a transactional physical hookup. Kristen wanted a hitman to take out EJ, and Xander was just using her to numb the pain of Sarah Horton moving on with Brady Black. But here's the kicker. Spoilers for Tuesday, June 9th, reveal that Kristen and Xander are actually finding common ground. They are connecting on a deep emotional level. Can you believe it? Let's be real for a second. On the surface, this sounds absolutely crazy. But if you dig into the rich lore of Days of Our Lives, it actually makes a terrifying amount of sense. Think about their psychological profiles. Both of these characters are the ultimate outcasts of their respective legacy families. Xander spent his entire life begging for scraps of approval from Victor Kiriakis, only to be treated like the family garbage man. Kristen, meanwhile, spent decades desperately trying to prove she was a true DiMera to Stefano, constantly feeling like the adopted black sheep. They both know what it feels like to be on the outside looking in, and they both have a history of doing horrific, unforgivable things in the name of love. Xander swapped babies to protect Sarah, and Kristen stole Teresa's embryo to trap Brady? They are two sides of the same twisted, desperate coin. And you won't believe what happens next when Sarah Horton finds out about this slow burn romance. We already know Sarah is psychologically tortured right now. She's kissing Brady, but she's having steamy, intense dreams about Xander. She is still deeply in love with him, but if Xander actually catches real feelings for Kristen DiMera, the absolute monster who kidnapped Sarah, shipped her off to a deserted island, drugged her, and stole months of her life, Sarah's gonna lose her mind. I think this is gonna be the ultimate trigger that makes Sarah realize she has to fight for her man, or she is gonna lose him to the darkest force in Salem. What do you guys think? Will Sarah go full mama bear to save Xander, or will she run crying back to Brady? Let's pivot over to the Kiriakis mansion, because the baby mama drama is reaching a boiling point. Alex and Stephanie are trying to figure out the logistics of co-parenting baby Kelsey with Joy Wesley. Stephanie is putting on a brave face, swearing up and down that she is completely on board and supportive. But I'm telling you, it's definitely a lie. Stephanie is absolutely suffocating on the inside. You have to remember the intense trauma Stephanie is carrying right now. She was just held captive by Owen Kent. Her PTSD is completely untreated, to the point where she literally woke up groggy and fired a loaded gun at Joy inside their apartment. And now Alex expects her to just play happy family with the woman who gave him his first child? That's crazy. Joy doesn't even have to do anything malicious. Just her mere existence is driving a massive wedge between Alex and Stephanie. But we all know Joy is manipulative. She is Nancy Wesley's daughter, after all. She is going to weaponize that baby to steal Alex away. And Alex is completely blind to it. Why? Because of his own deep-seated trauma. Alex was abandoned by his biological mother, Jack Deveraux. He was raised by Justin, and he carries this massive wound of abandonment. He will never ever turn his back on his own flesh and blood. Joy knows this, and she is playing him like a fiddle. I think this was a huge mistake for Stephanie to stay in this marriage. She should have cut her losses and run back to Jeremy Horton when she had the chance. Now, let's talk about my absolute least favorite person in Salem, EJ DiMera. I passionately defend Chad and the true honor of the DiMera family, which is why I am ruthlessly critical of EJ. EJ is a toxic, arrogant tyrant who is currently playing God with Lexie Carver's life, and his house of cards is finally collapsing. Spoilers reveal that EJ is now threatening Gwen Rizczech. Here is the situation. EJ is at risk of losing the hospital, which means he's going to lose his secret Versavix lab. Gwen, who is now filthy rich from her divorce settlement with Dimitri von Leuschner, wants to buy the hospital. EJ is furious and warns Gwen to back off, threatening her with severe consequences if she moves forward. But EJ is underestimating Gwen. Gwen is Jack Deveraux's daughter, and she is just as fearless and toxic as EJ is. Remember, this is the woman who poisoned Abigail. She isn't going to be intimidated by EJ's empty threats. EJ is acting like a cornered animal because he is absolutely panicking. Dr. Rolf just told him that the Versavix serum is failing. The lab rat died, and Lexie is experiencing severe headaches. EJ knows his sister is going to die again, and he is desperately trying to hide his massive scientific failure from Chad, Abe, and the rest of Salem. EJ deserves everything coming his way. My guy Chad needs to step up, expose EJ's horrific medical experiments, and take his rightful place at the head of DiMera Enterprises. EJ has ruined Stefano's legacy for long enough. Finally, let's wrap up with a quick trip to the Hernandez camp. Spoilers tease that Javi's going to reach out to his cousin Gabi for a massive favor. Now, the big question is this about his career, or is this about his incredibly messy personal life? Javi is currently dating the hunky firefighter Gus, but Leo Stark is lurking in the shadows like a total cockroach. Leo is obsessed with Javi and is actively trying to sabotage Gus's job application to keep him out of Salem. I am praying that Javi is going to Gabi for help to destroy Leo once and for all. Gabi is a ruthless queen. She is currently dealing with her own massive headaches, Philip panicking over Titan, Kate's corporate sabotage, and Ari sniffing around about the Liam bribe. But Gabi will always protect her family. If Javi tells Gabi that Leo is stalking him, Gabi will absolutely crush Leo like a bug. And honestly, I am here for it. Leo has ruined enough lives in this town. That's all for today's deep dive, Salem fans. The psychological warfare, the legacy rivalries, and these slow burn romances are setting up a summer of absolute chaos. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Kristen and Xander are endgame? Will Stephanie finally snap and leave Alex? Let me know. Keep watching, keep plotting, and I'll see you in the next video.